Juetten, your fearless leader, and today is Tuesday, February 15th. It's the middle of February already. Can you believe it? We're barreling through 2022. So my question is, how's your audience growing? How is your visibility? And are you still toiling and troubling behind the scenes trying to get your message right so you can actually get out there and share it with people? TikTok, people, this year is going by quickly. And if you are still toiling and troubling about getting your message dialed in for your Media One sheet so you can book yourself on shows, TikTok, you're wasting valuable time. As you know, I led the Podcast Visibility Live Lab not long ago, and there were 639 of you that participated actively in that program and got huge value. Lots of Media One sheets were created. Many people booked themselves on more of the right shows. Confidence grew. There were all kinds of wonderful outcomes. But there were some other outcomes that I thought were particularly revealing. Would it surprise you to know that for the homework threads 1 and 2 to dial in your bio and Media One sheet, there were 536 comments? But on day 2 about pitching, guess how many there were? 26. The next day, when we talked about call to action, there were 56 people who were clear about their call to action. And then when it came time to actually talking about how folks were going to make money, guess how many people posted their business models? Only 2. Very revealing. If we want to build an audience for our work and be more visible, doesn't it make sense that we would be paying attention to how we're going to make money and how we're going to drive people to our call to action? Doesn't it make sense that those things should take even higher precedence than folks are allowing them to step forward to be part of? When 536 people are asking for feedback about their bio and Media One sheet and letting that stop them from speaking up and showing up and asking for gigs, I see that as a serious problem that needs important relief, expert relief. If you are still trying to figure out your bio in 50 words or less, and you have not yet figured out what your hot topics are that can be interesting to a host and interesting to their audience, then you are stuck at the front door, my friend. You are stuck at the front door. That means that your message isn't being seen or heard, and you are not getting celebrated, nor are you likely being compensated because you're too busy behind the scenes toiling and troubling with multiple versions of a Media One sheet that nobody is ever going to see because maybe you're stuck in perfectionist disease, or maybe you are trying to figure out some turn of phrase that's not even comfortable for you. I don't know what the problem is, but 536 comments lets me know that this is a serious problem that needs serious relief. So I'm going to make a suggestion and an invitation that may actually ease your pain. What if you and 3 others in this amazing group were to come behind the velvet rope in a semi-private Media One sheet and makeover session that I host on Zoom? What if I took a look at your best effort draft and gave you suggestions to make it door opening instead of dreary? What would happen for your confidence? What if I could turn a phrase that would say what you wanted to say better than you have already wasted hours and hours trying to discover so that you could get on with it as soon as possible? What if the 3 other members of the group that got to meet you were so taken by what it is that you do and how it is that you do it that they decided to do business with you or ask to collaborate with you or do some other joint venture that would be meaningful to support all of your success? These are the kinds of things that can happen in a private closed door Media One sheet makeover session with me. And so I have set aside March 2nd at 9:00 a.m. Pacific for a special Media One sheet makeover call for 4 action takers who are darn serious about making this happen. What will you get? You will get access to the Podcast Visibility Live Lab replays so that you can revisit days 1 and day 2 to be guided step by step to create a Media One sheet and a bio that will turn heads and open doors. You will gain access to the Media One Sheet gift template that you can use to format your information so that it will look current and vibrant and brand specific to you. You will also get the benefit of having my virtual assistant polish the presentation of your Media One Sheet so that you don't have to waste a moment longer trying to dial it in, doing something that perhaps is not your genius. Best of all, when these Media One Sheets are done and dialed, I'm going to showcase all 4 of them as winning examples that others can follow as to what a brilliant Media One Sheet should be. You're going to be seen, heard, and celebrated in this very group of over 2,800 messengers as examples of the way to do it right so that you're hot and not hot versus not. I want you to get on with it. If you are one of those 536 commenters who was asking for feedback about your Media One Sheet and still not feeling confident and clear about your message to the point that you're ready to beat the drum on your own behalf to book yourself on shows, I want you to get that transformation as soon as possible, because the world is waiting for your message. The world is waiting for your provocative point of view. The world is waiting to hear what you have to say, the audience that you're here to touch and transform. But if you don't get out from behind the curtain and into the light, nothing is going to happen, and that is going to be a tragedy. So I would love for you to say yes. You're probably wondering what's the price, and I'll happily share that with you. You will invest $497 to gain access to all the podcast visibility live replays, the Media One Sheet gift template, your own digital copy of the Bye Bye Boring Bio workbook, which is gold in terms of all the value that you will gain when you employ the information that's in there to make all your profiles brilliant and door opening. But the real value is my eyes on your message during a semi-private Media One Sheet makeover call, where I'm going to engage with you in this call. I'm going to ask you questions about your business model. I'm going to ask you questions about your call to action. I'm going to ask you what sets you apart from other people who do what it is that you do. We're going to confer and consult during this 90-minute call. Each one of the 4 people that sign up are going to get that feedback. And while I'm offering feedback to you, the 3 people waiting are going to learn so much about how they can make their own message better that they're already going to be behind the scenes fixing them before they share their example with me. What I promise is that if you listen to the 2 replays, you come to the call, you will transform your dreary message into one that you are proud to share with people that will gladly say, wow, he or she sounds super interesting. I can't wait to have that conversation, and I want to book them on my show. If these are outcomes that you want sooner versus later, then March 2nd at 9 a.m. Pacific, it's going to be a powerful, compelling, connected call where you're going to get the expert eyes on your message that you need so that you can move on from being behind the scenes and be in front of the camera or the microphone, sharing your message as only you can. As I say, 536 people asked for feedback. That's either 536 people that are bellying up to the free bar and have no intention of making success of their business, or that is 536 comments from people who are darn serious about stepping up, getting help, putting the struggle in the rearview mirror so that they can speak up and stand out and show up and be who they are online, in person, on the microphone, so that hosts will say, I can't wait to have you as a guest on my show. If that is exciting to you, there is a link scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and I encourage you to be among the first 4 people to say yes. This $497 investment is a brilliant investment in your success so that you can get on with it and get out there and get visible and get known and ultimately get paid. This is Nancy Juetten, inviting you to say yes to yourself, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Thank you.